What is up, guys? This is MegaDoseGaming coming back to you with episode 5 of my OOTP Kansas City Royals franchise. And today we are in the 2018-2019 offseason. So we just finished the season. As you can tell, we went 58 and 104. And if we go to history, I do believe that was an improvement over last year, albeit a small one. Let's see, a four-run improvement. So I will take, or four-win improvement, I should say. So I will definitely take that. If we go to the manager's office and emails, let's first check out our review of season goals. The fans sure won't be happy with the 58 and 104 record. What a surprise. I'm disappointed you decided against committing long-term to Chris Young. No. My pride still was hurt when I see attendance numbers like we had this year. That happens when you have a 58 and 104 record, and you can't rebuild a group overnight. But look forward, but keep looking for opportunities to bring the guys we drafted to the team. I'll keep trying. I'm upset with your performance. I feel similarly about your handling of the team's on-field and front office management. So he wants us to actually play close to 500 ball, increase attendance, bring more of your drafted players. I'm trying, and keep building your team up in order to reach the playoffs in the next 3 seasons. So I'm supposed to make it by 2020. So that should be relatively interesting. So we have a couple of option or decisions to make, I should say. First, Joakim Soria for $10 million. I mean, he was decent last year despite the high ERA, but that is nowhere not worth $10 million. So we're just gonna avoid that. Travis Wood is next, $8 million, and as you can tell, Travis Wood was not good. So we're gonna avoid that as well. And we are saving money while doing this, so that is a bonus. And Brandon Moss for $10 million, and Brandon was decent, I guess, but definitely a no for me. So we're going to avoid all 3 of those. And then Jason Hamill, he actually retired, if we go here. Retired as a Rocky. Yeah, I'd definitely say those were his best years. Despite these last 2 years, he still had a 14.3 WAR career, so definitely not bad. A serviceable starter for quite a while there. So at the age of 36, Jason Hamill hung up the cleats, and we will not have to make a decision on that. So personal owner, I already did that, didn't I? Our budget got dropped again, so if we go to the front office page and go to accounting, our budget since 2017 has dropped $28 million, and that is good for 26th, or tied for 26th in the MLB. So our money keeps dropping. I'm not as surprised per se, but a little bit disappointing there. Again, Jason Hamill retired, and then our bench coach is leaving. Yeah, so there's the arbitration, and so yeah, let's just get into arbitration. There's a few guys. First of all, Brian Flynn, that's going to be a no. It's already withdrawn. Cheslor Cuthbert. Now, this one is kind of interesting because I don't know if I want to get rid of him. He had a good year last year, in 300 at-bats. He could be a good first to third option, a good righty against lefties, and he only wants 800, or what is that, 850. I'll go and offer him the deal. We have a little bit extra money, so we'll keep Cuthbert. Christian Colon, that's definitely going to be a no after resetting him last year, and Billy Burns is going to be a no as well. So we have we only extended Chester Cuthbert. Here's the pending free agents, all the guys we just declined, and relatively sure no one is going to want over $15 million, so we cannot extend the qualifying offer there. So yeah, that is going to be the arbitration period. So I'll go ahead and sim up to the free agent filings and the awards, and I'll get back to you guys. So before we get into the awards, I would like to point out, I guess I forgot to point out that the Tampa Bay Rays actually won the World Series in 2018, beating the Los Angeles Dodgers. If we go here, they took a Game 7 victory over Clayton Kershaw, who gave up 3 runs in 4 1/3. And if we go to the standings, the Dodgers won 101 games, while the Rays were a wild card team with 86. So that's baseball for you. So the Rays win the 2018 World Series. Now to get into the awards. AKA nobody won any awards on the Royals. The main ones, if we go up here, Kershaw won the Cy Young yet again, and the Dodgers just signed him to a massive contract extension, $35 million over the next 6 years. As well as Marcus Stroman won it in the AL, and then MVP Benintendi won it, as well as Cody Bellinger, who hit a massive 52 home runs after hitting 41 last year. What was his WAR? 5.9. So his defense kind of held him back a little bit. But anyway, There is that, and but before we move on to free agency, I am making a trade. If we go here, that team is with the St. Louis Cardinals. Now, this deal probably doesn't make sense for us in the short term, but in the long term, with Danny Duffy, his contract, or I guess for the next 3 years, he's going to be paid something like 46 million. So honestly, the Royals can't afford that with our dropping budget. So we're gonna trade him, I should say, to the Cardinals for Jed Jerko, a first base, second baseman, utility guy. He did not have a good year last year, but for the past both in 2016 and 2017, he had good years. So hopefully he can bounce back to that form. It just provides a little bit of power despite not being great at anything else. But we need hitters, and Duffy's contract is really holding us back. Along with Jerko, they are retaining 25% of his salary. I guess I could probably bump that up to 35. Yeah, let's do that. 35%. So we're going to get rid of Duffy, which sucks because he is a good pitcher. He had a good year last year. High BABIP even, so I mean, he probably got a little bit unlucky. I can't afford him. He's unhappy. He wants to be traded. I'm going to do it. Despite probably not being the best move for us, I need to get his salary off the book. So we're going to trade him. And if we go to the team home screen, the front office, I should say, we now have $36 million for free agents. So we've dumped all our big contracts. The only one remaining is Alex Gordon, who is only guaranteed to next year, which is good. So we are now on the books with Jed Jerko's contract for next year. Hopefully he can provide something with the bat. I don't know. But anyway, so let's go ahead and jump into free agency. So here we are at free agency, and we have a pretty good free agency class. Yu Darvish is back on the market after playing in Tampa Bay last year. Cole Hamels out for 2 months. Zach Britton, he's probably wanting a lot of money for a closer. Wade Davis, Daniel Murphy. And we also have the international free agents. Sergio Flores. Any of these guys good? Ooh, a relief pitcher from South Korea. Only not wanting a lot. So this guy will probably be one of our targets with $36 million to play with. Anybody else? Juan Luna, a good third base option. Yeah, that's too much for me. Probably at 28. Alfredo Salazar, 32 years old. Probably a little bit out of my window. Oh my God, I'd love to play him in left field. But yeah, he's wanting too much as well. And this guy, 27. This might be a guy I go after with. Only wanting 4.8 mil for probably a couple years at least. And I don't know why I'm in commissioner mode. Let's go ahead and get out of that. Okay. Actually, I do know why I was in commissioner mode. If we go here, Jones' career ended. I did find that a little bit unrealistic, and I put him out for 15 months instead of his career over. So shoot me if you will, but I do like doing that just to give him a chance to come back. If he can't come back after 15 months, then or I guess just to say it's hard to come back after 15 months. That's a year and some odd out. So I find that more realistic than just saying, oh, your career's over. Most players at least attempt to come back. But anyway, so let's get into the free agency by Theo's ratings here, and we are on all players. If it will load, there we go. Wade Davis is wanting a lot. I'm just gonna make an offer right now to this guy because I want him. He was looking for 4 years, $3.2 million. I'd honestly be able to give him that. Could we make this 3 and with a team option instead? Perfect. All right, let's do that. So that will buy out, first 4 years, and then after that will be 2 more years of arbitration and then free agency. So hopefully he accepts that deal. If we go back, honestly, I guess I should say what I'm looking for. We just acquired Jerko, obviously. They're playing him at first base with O'Hearn on the bench. I'll probably play him over Dunez. But I don't know. I mean, a center fielder is at the top of my list. Cecilini's not going to cut it, and Cordell's just a fourth outfielder. So third base as well. Even though I have Cuthbert, I'm looking for an improvement there. Shortstop, I don't think Leon will be ready next year. I'm hoping that we can pick somebody up there, and possibly second base. Although I think Profar is going to take over that next year. So he had decent tenure in Kansas City last year. Reese McGuire, I'm gonna play at catcher despite my head scout's ratings. I think he'll he had a good stint in Kansas City last year, so hopefully he can play like that again. And he's good at defense as well, so he'll be my catcher. So really, center fielder, outfielder in general, possibly a third baseman. So let's go ahead and check all outfielders, as well as I didn't even check the pitching rotation. We need a starter. We have some decent starters here, and God, I do not buy that rating at all. I just don't, especially with him not doing that great last year. 94 walks, that's what concerns me. That's 7.3 walks per 9. He's got the stuff, but I don't think he's got the control. Anyway, moving on. Addison Reed is definitely our closer, or stopper, as I was using. Yasiel Sierra came back and did pretty decent, but I need a couple relievers as well. So a starter and some decent relievers, which I already went after relievers. So I don't know. I may look through this and cut out and see if I want to make any more offers. Yeah, because I don't know how long this is going to take. Kelvin Hurts on the free agent market. But anyway, I think I'm going to go ahead and cut out, figure out what offers I want to make, what improvements I want to make, and I'll come back when I'm ready to do something. Okay, so I've decided what offers I am going to make, and I already made them. So I'll just show you guys. If we go to free agents here, and the pending offers. So the first offer we made was Cole Hamels. But I guess I should say the first offer besides this guy is Cole Hamels. He had a good year last year, despite only 23 innings. That was part of the contract. If we go, I don't know if it'll show it, but 2 years, $26 million, right? It's kind of expensive, especially for an aging starter. But that second year is a vesting option with at least 25 starts. So his health is gonna bank on getting that second year. And if his ratings decrease, I'll make sure that he doesn't get that vesting option. So, but hopefully he can bring that what showed for a short time last year. He's he's 34. He's on the downside of his career, but I have hope that he can return to his previous form. The second option I made is another former Ranger, Jake Diekman. He was not that great. I guess he was good in Texas last year, and was fantastic in Boston when he was claimed off waivers. I wish I would have seen him, but anyway, he was claimed off waivers, performed really well in Boston, so I made him a 1 year, $4 million offer. So he will be my lefty out of the pen, replacing, who was it, Travis Wood last year. So anyway, this third person, and the third pitcher, I should say, is Nathan Eovaldi. He missed the 2017 year after tearing his everything in his shoulder, and when he came back from injury in Tampa, he was not that good. So again, I made him a similar offer, 2 years, $10 million, and that second year is a vesting option for 25 starts. So if he picks up 25 or more starts, he will get that second year. The fourth pitcher I made an offer to, I should say, is Carter Capps. Now, he was not good last year, 2018, 5 ERA and 54 innings, but in 2017 he was absolutely amazing. So I'm hoping he can rediscover that form in Kansas City, and we are paying pretty cheap for him, 1 year, $1.5 million. So not really a big gamble. And then we again made this offer 4 years, $3 million for a total of $12 million. And then our last offer is this other international free agent who's awful at defense, which kind of concerns me, to be honest. But I think his bat will make up for it. We made him. What did we make him? A 2 year, $9.6 million, and I do believe both those were guaranteed. So we will have him for the next 2 years. Hopefully he can bring his bat to Kansas City and hit some home runs. So I think I'm going to cut out until either the Rule 5 draft or these guys make their decisions. So I'll see you guys then. So here we are at the Rule 5 draft. We do have some updates on the free agents we tried to get, I should say. If we go to the Offseason Center, there have been some major signings. We should probably check out our guys first. Kansas City. We signed all the guys we were trying to find. We signed him. We signed Kwang Rak Chun, Jake Diekman, Cole Hamels, and Carter Capps. And as well, we traded for Tim Tebow for the hell of it. He will never get a shot in the major leagues. In real life, he's not doing bad. But yeah, he's never going to get a shot in the major leagues. Just to bring some fans to the minor league teams. And then again, we traded for Jed Jerko. So yeah, we got all the guys we wanted, which is good, and we protected our guys for the Rule 5. So we're gonna go ahead and jump in that. We do have the first pick again, since we did have the worst record. I don't know if I ever showed that to you. I didn't. Well, okay, we did have the worst record, 58-104 by like 8 games. Chicago caught fire at the end of the year. They were doing really well. They were tied with us at one point, and then they just took off while we stayed behind. So we did finish with the worst record. I guess I totally forgot to show that. But anyway, let's go ahead and go to Theo, because I trust him. And so yeah, we got Trenton Kemp as an outfielder, Jamar Reyes. Oh my god, I might get this guy. I'm totally getting this guy. He's only played in games above AA, but I need a third baseman, and he's not bad at third base. We could get Jacob Gatewood. We don't need a first baseman. Trenton Kemp is a center field option if we do choose to go after him. He had a decent year in AA last year. For this first pick, though, I think I'm gonna go with that 21-year-old first baseman. By the time we get to spring training, he'll probably be 1-star, as most of these guys are. But I think it's worth a shot. If we go to scouting reports, does a lot of things right. It's not the question becomes a star, but a safer bet that he becomes a respected starter. So yeah, we're gonna go with Jamar Reyes. We're gonna draft him. And then auto draft until next Kansas City pick. I doubt I will select anybody else, to be honest. We should go back to Theo's ratings. I guess we should rate by overall, shouldn't we? This closer, 27 years old. He's a righty. Trenton Kemp, Abraham Almonte, Drew Dosh, Aramis Garcia. Maybe this guy. We do need a backup catcher, and he's good at defense. He had a good year in AA. Yeah, we're going to take this guy. Aramis Garcia just as a backup catcher. We'll see how he does during spring training, and from there we will make a decision on those two guys. So that will be the end of that. We took 2 guys. I generally limit myself, because there are some good players in that draft. So if I don't, then I end up filling my whole roster with young guys. So yeah, so that was Rule 5. We signed all our guys. So anyway, I'll get back to you either, I guess, once the Hall of Fame decisions are made, or at the beginning of spring training. So here we are at opening day. We just finished spring training. We finished at 12-16, and I have not even checked the preseason predictions. Let's see what we got here. Kansas City is expected to win 70 games. I would definitely take that. I do expect to win a little bit more, because this was made with the spring training rosters, and I made a few changes. I doubt anybody in the top 10 or top 10 pitchers or top 10 hitters. No. Let's see. What are the Dodgers expected to do? They made 101 wins for the Dodgers, and the top 4 hitters, and 4 pitchers. Oh my god, that team is unstoppable. Anyway, that's besides the point. Here is the pitching rotation. I did sign Nathan Eovaldi. I don't know if I showed you guys that. He signed for a $5 million deal with a vesting option on the second year. So we'll see if he can pitch 25 games to execute that. Anyway, our rotation is Hamels, Eovaldi, Stalmont. I still don't know about this guy. If he can't get his control at the age of 25 this year, I'm pretty sure he's going to be a reliever. That's just such a big difference between Theo's and OSA's. He wasn't especially good last year, so this is his probably make or break year. Jake Junis, again, a big difference between OSA and Theo. I'd probably trust Theo on that one. I don't love his stuff. He wasn't especially great last year. Then our bullpen is Addison Reed at closer, Kwang Rak Chun at setup, Carter Capps, Matt Strom, Chaiti Chargoy, and Jake Diekman at middle relief, and Yasiel Sierra at long relief. I'm expecting this bullpen to be decent, way better than last year. I really like my lefty options compared to Travis Wood last year, and I'm expecting this rotation to be pretty decent. I'm hopeful that Cole Hamels can still pitch with the best of them. So anyway, now onto the lineups. We did keep Aramis Garcia and Jomar Reyes. Both are Rule 5 picks. They look to be pretty good picks as well. Ramos is a solid backup catcher, it looks like. So, anyway, Reese McGuire is our starter, a catcher. Hopefully he can put up the same numbers he did last year in 100 at-bats. Anyway, Jed Jerko is a utility guy, first, second, third. Ryan O'Hearn is our starting DH. And I did have to go through and force these guys to start because they were wanting to start Jerko, and I didn't really want that. So Jim Remy Profar is our starting second baseman. Jamar Reyes is our starting third. Nicky Lopez is starting shortstop. Alex Gordon, Anderson Miller, and Che Seong Sir are outfielders, and Ryan Cordell is our fourth outfielder. So I'm confident that we won't be as bad as last year. Again, we do have the first pick this year again. And let's go ahead and check our pick from last year. I think he's in Double-A. Yes, Seth Beer. I am really excited for this guy. He is, if I go check here, I think he's the number 3 prospect, and then he'll be 4. He's number 4th. I am super confident he will turn out to be a stud. Anyway, let's go and check out our top prospects. I have to check this. Chris Seiss is number 15, and I do believe we don't have anybody in the pitching department. No, we do not. I do want to check out if, I think he is Hunter Green, who we had a chance to select. It looks like he's 69, so hopefully we made the right decision there. Hunter Green is yet to develop it all, but I don't know, he could still be a stud. So anyway, there is the team. Hopefully we can do well in this 2019 season. I do have hope. And before that, I do want to show you that, where is he? No. All right, here we go. Mariano Rivera made the first ballot Hall of Fame. 93.5%. Nobody else made it. Barry Bonds has 3 more years. Todd Helton made 70% his first year, and Trevor Hoffman has yet to reach it as well. So anyway, that was the news in this offseason. We made a couple signings, made a trade to offload some salary. The future's bright in Kansas City. I do believe that we will continue improving, and hopefully within the next couple of years we will make the playoffs. So anyway, that's going to be the video. Make sure to hit that like button if you did enjoy. Leave a comment for any suggestions that you may have. And this is MegaDoseGaming signing out.